Hey guys, welcome back to Sherry's Corner. I just got home from work. I'm cooking. I'm making some garlic bread and I've got some spaghetti sauce going. I'm gonna make some spaghetti. Alex and Dakota's coming over. I'm not sure if Kyle's coming over. Let me see if I can turn my camera down a little bit so you can kind of watch me cook. Cut my head off a little bit, so I can kind of just talk to you, kind of without crying. It's been emotional here for a while. And you know, I'm raw. I'm always raw, and I will always be raw because it's real life. My husband was supposed to have surgery on that Thursday when the day before I did my or 2 days before when I did my grocery haul. I can't even remember. But anyway, he did not have surgery that day. We went there and they decided not to do it. Let me bring you closer here so I can see what I'm doing. Sorry. They decided not to do it. The doctor, after we were there all day long, he said that his instruments weren't clean enough, whatever. I feel that he overbooked himself, and Mr. Walker was, at first I was mad, because we did sit there all day and he had nothing to eat. And, we everything happens for a reason. We know that. So, we were kind of bummed, but then he's like, can you do it Monday? And I'm like, the 22nd. I'm like, well, what about Friday? And he was like, well, I have patients. And I'm like, that's fine. I said, if he gets to come home, you'll wait on me to get out of work the next day because I've taken off all these days and I'm waiting on you. I was mad. I'm like, you're going to wait on me. And that's what I told him. He goes, that's fine. He goes, I'll wait on you. I appreciate you guys so much giving up your time for me. And he goes, I'll do that for you. So, well, Monday came, they did the surgery, and, hold on, let me dump the grease out of this. Okay, so Monday came, we had to be there at 6:30, so they took him right back, and they said, we're going to do a spinal, and, the surgery was about 3 hours. Actually, it was 4. And so the surgery itself went really well. And I was out, I was up there by myself. And I got to go back to the recovery room when he was there. And I sat with him. He couldn't feel his legs and stuff, of course, with his spinal. And then they were talking. Not only did they do the spinal, but they also put him under. And I sat there and I was like, wait a minute. The whole point of a spinal is not to put him underneath anesthesia. So I just thought that was kind of weird, but I didn't think anything of it. So we couldn't get to a room or anything because we had to wait until he could move his feet or his legs so he could, at least move some extremities. So he was kind of waking up a little bit. So we were sitting there talking, and they said in a day or so he go home. They're going to get him up and walking so he could do some therapy, and then he would get to come home. So we're like, yes, this is going to be good, and he felt fine. The incision looked good. The leg looked good. So we were happy and thrilled. He moved his leg, starting to move his leg. He started feeling a little bit from the waist down. So we're like, yes, this is working. And then he didn't get to come home Tuesday. They're like, well, his kidney function was too high. And they're like, that's okay. Sometimes that happens. when they have anesthesia and stuff. And I'm like, no, he's never had any problems with anesthesia. They said, well, sometimes when they have a spinal, it's okay. It happens. And I'm like, anyway, long story short, with the anesthesia and the spinal, his kidney did not wake up. He has been in the hospital since then. He is in ICU. His body, he was doing therapy. Now he cannot do therapy. His body he had lost function on his left side. He was slurring his speech. You could not understand him. I am like, there's something wrong with him. You are missing something. I'm like, my husband went from laughing, talking, joking. You're there's something wrong with him. I'm like, you need to figure something out, because this is not him. So I am like, I said, let's get him out of here. I said, this is not right. So they put a catheter in him because the fluid, his kidneys were not working. Then they shot him full of all this fluid. He's a heart failure patient. So then they can't give him the water pill because the kidneys aren't working. So, yesterday was a very hard day. I said, get him out of there. They called Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh urologist said if he travels, that could be very detrimental for him because he is not well enough to travel. So they said, this is what we want to do. His body is decompositioning, which means he's been in the hospital 9 days. That means if he's not, he's 72 years old. When you lay there long enough, your mind begins to go, your body begins to weaken, you lose motor function, you lose loss of appetite. Just all these things just start going downhill, which is happening to him. So we're going to give him a steroid, and he started losing blood because the kidney that was traumatized bled through the catheter, and he lost blood. He was down to an 8. So they gave him 2 units of blood. Yesterday, I finally broke, cried, had the biggest meltdown last night. Because it's very hard to see this person who we have fought heart failure for 6 years, regiment, talked with the cardiologist, he pushes and pushes and pushes, and I'm with him, and we're fighting, and he's got this, fight to live to this person laying here where he can't. And that's very hard to see. Very difficult to watch. And I'm just like beside myself. So I did not go up today. I'm not going up tomorrow. I'm staying home. And because here's why. I cannot do anything there but sit. I can sit and watch him, and I choose not to. He's not on his deathbed. He actually sounded pretty good this morning. I can't get a hold of him right now. That means he's resting. He has a one-on-one nurse who is phenomenal. I call her as soon as I get home from work. She gives me the scoop of the day, tells me everything that they did, what's going on, and then I call him, and if he can't get to the phone or pick his phone up to FaceTime, she sets the phone up and we FaceTime each other. And then that's like seeing each other. And then before I go to bed at night, we FaceTime again. And then we do, and then I call him of a morning while I'm getting ready for work. I need normalcy in my life, and I need my stress levels to go down because I'm having my ablation done on October 28th. Of course, if things were really bad, really, you know, I would be there. But I've had so many people like, why are you not there? I can't do anything but sit there. And why should I try to find a dog sitter, you know, and just sit all day when I can just go to work and come home? And he's an hour and a half away. If he was local, I would go there right after work, but he's an hour and a half away, so that's why I'm not there and traveling back and forth. And yeah, that's our life. That's what I have been living with the past 9 days. And during that time, the day after his surgery, I was at work and had a spell with my heart while I was at work, fell over. 205 was my limit, and I hit the floor. Luckily, I made it to a room where no kids saw me, and they called the ambulance and shipped me to the hospital. Tried to call OSU to get me there to have my ablation early, and they were like, they couldn't get me in there, and everything finally come back down. So they were able to schedule me on October 28th. So that's what's going on with me. Like, everything is just happening all at once, and it's just, I think that's why I finally broke yesterday, because it's like, wow, you know. And I'm fine today. I'm very tired, very, very tired, and you just have to take one day at a time and just focus on my health and focus on getting him better and keeping him upbeat and getting him back to where we can get him home and back to health-wise, and so we can do stuff together. So that's my update for today. That's my that's what's going on in our world. Those of you who follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you already knew what was going on. Thank you for reaching out to me. Thank you for praying for me. Just continue to lift us up. And just, if you have a prayer chain at your church or prayer line at your church, put him on there. Put me on there for October 28th. And I'm going to try to keep my stuff up and running, but sometimes it's hard because I'm tired, and I don't like to be a Debbie Downer on here all the time, and I want to give positive stuff, but this is my life, and that's what my channel is about. It's not always fluffy, because I just, it's real life, but I just wanted to give you an update today. Thank you all just for your support always. I love you guys. Thanks for clicking on the video. Have a blessed day, and I will see you around the corner.